All right, Todd's here last, checking the weather on this Thursday, so we are right up against it.
We are, yes. We are inching closer and closer to...
Everybody wants to know, and we've talked about this a lot over the years. You're forecasting for an entire state. So whatever is going to happen in Kittery isn't going to happen in Portland, isn't going to happen in Caribou.
Yeah, this one is
But everybody would like to know. So if you could do a couple, like maybe one
personal. You're asking for a personal forecast for every
I'm
person.
asking for 1.2 million personal forecasts.
Okay. Well, let's
So
get going then.
everybody knows the timing of everything.
Looks like I got to cram this in. Huh?
Helen, you might want to dump some things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, today's nice and quiet, calm before the storm. We've got one off to our east. That gave us a couple of rounds of light snow this week. And then one to our west, which is much more impactful and will cause all kinds of problems for us here in the Northeast. In the meantime, we had a couple flurries in the lakes area, but there's no more showing up on radar, and I wasn't worried about them anyway. Look at these temperatures. It actually feels pretty mild outside. And I know 37, 5, 6, 32, 4, all that is not mild, but coming off of what we had with that harsh wind yesterday and the bitter cold the day before, like this is actually really nice. You're gonna notice it. It's just gonna feel warmer. It's actually gonna smell warmer. I know that sounds weird, but it's gonna smell warmer too. The ground's thawing a little bit. It did a little sweating last night. All right, so we've got this storm out here in the Midwest, actually blizzard conditions for the upper Midwest, and icing for Maryland, PA, parts of central New York too. So this is already causing problems, and then it enters the Northeast and we get a rain-snow mix here in New England. Clouds with a few breaks of sun. Don't count on many, though, out there this morning. A couple of random drops of flakes are possible, but the road should be fine, in great shape. By the middle of the day, it's cloudy. Those clouds will lower and thicken through the afternoon. And with an onshore breeze, we're going to have some ocean effect drops and flakes later on, especially for the south coast. Again, though, it's mild. We'll be up around 40 degrees, so your drive home will be smooth, too. 40 or so for the coastline, upper 30s over the interior for Lewiston, Augusta, Bangor, and Waterville. And then up in the mountains and north, you're even above freezing. And not much wind out there. That's why I say today is actually going to be pretty good. Tomorrow, we've got the low transferring energy to the coastline. That gives rise to a nor'easter-type storm. And it's going to be a slow mover, too. So it's kind of a two-day event, Friday into Saturday. We'll see rain and snow break out by midday tomorrow. And then tomorrow night into Saturday morning, we'll see that all change over to snow. Now the track is going to go from New York City to Boston and then into the Gulf of Maine. It's still too close to the coast to keep it all snow. Mild air works in at the lower levels of the atmosphere. And even if it is snow, it's not going to accumulate very well or efficiently because that surface temperature will likely be 33 or 34. So yes, snowing, big fat wet flakes, but they might be splatting a little bit. So amounts at the coast are still held down. The storm exits Saturday night. Sunday, some lingering snow showers over the north. Everywhere else will start to clear out a little bit. I only made 2 adjustments to the snowfall map that we have. I actually increased the jackpot area, the 10 to 14, the foot area here, down into northern parts of York County where the hills are, and also included the entire lakes region of New Hampshire. And then I also tightened up the gradient along the coastline. It's going to be razor thin between getting little snow or getting a lot of snow near the coast. For instance, Cape Elizabeth might have a couple of slushy inches, but Westbrook might have 4, 5, or even 6 wet inches of snow. And the same can be said along the mid-coast and the down east coast too. I have Bangor on a 6-inch line. I've got Augusta and Lewiston in a 6 to 8-inch zone. And then north and west of those 3 cities, where you get up into the elevations, you're talking closer to double digits. So there you have it. We still have time to adjust. Keep coming back and checking back throughout the day. And even tomorrow too, because again, it's a 2-day storm. Gale watches up, seas 4 to 7, northeast winds 20 to 30 knots. Mostly cloudy near 40 today. Tomorrow, snow develops over the interior, again by midday. So, there might be some early releases or something like that tomorrow from schools. Along the coast, it's a rain-snow mix that will change to all snow tomorrow night. And then Saturday, the storm continues, although it starts to wind down really Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday, a couple of snow showers up north, otherwise partly sunny, 36. Stays cold next week, but it gets nice and sunny for Tuesday and Wednesday.
Good.
People, there you go. Lot to watch and
after
follow.
It's over, it sounds like people will be able to get back out and get their last minute stuff done.
Sure.
And so
we'll have time in between then and the big day
Right.
to get all those other errands done.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks,
Thank you, Tom.
Sure.